At the same time, is overprice yourself by indirectly saying, I don't want to fight. What you don't want to do is make it seem like you're worth more than you're really worth. Like, you know what I mean? There's no reason for nobody, in my opinion, to leave $4 or $5 million on the table during these times. But like Mr. Ruiz told me, he told me, Malik, we don't need the money. Okay, well, if y'all don't need the money, then what the fuck y'all doing this for? But this is the kind of shit you gotta hear when people don't want to fight Deontay Wilder. They say outlandish shit like that. Everybody that's in this sport is in this for the money. The passion drives us. But the motivation a lot of times is the finances to put ourselves and our families on the revenue ladder to succeed over and over again. But then you got Mr. Ruiz telling me, Malik, we don't need the money. If you don't need the money, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Okay, as you guys just saw, Malik Scott revealing what the amount is for Andy Ruiz, or what that amount based on the split would be with Andy Ruiz. And $4 to $5 million, okay, is more than enough, is more than motivation to get Andy in the ring. Okay, at this point, I think Andy would be foolish to allow this opportunity to go away. It's just stupid, because really, it's foolish, it's stupid, but however, we've already saw it. You remember when Dillian White offered Andy Ruiz in 2020 $4 million, and he claimed it wasn't real because he knows that money's real over there. He knows that Eddie Hearn does not bluff. He knows that Eddie Hearn has that money for that fight. And he's called it a lie. You remember, they're lying. They don't have the money. They don't. I don't believe it. Okay, now you're telling me that that's not enough for you now? Because that was the amount of money. That was the bulk of money. $4 million. I think they offered him $3 million, and then he wanted $4 million, and then they offered him $4 million, and then he said, oh, it's not real. And then he ducked Luis Ortiz. You guys remember that? And I rode his ass into the millennium, right? Through the pandemic with that nonsense, right? So I think that Andy Ruiz is making a big mistake, but I also think the reason for him doing what he's doing is because of what's to come. What is to come with Andy Ruiz? A lawsuit. That lady will be entitled to something based on the amount of kids that they have. Now, on the other thing, the other accusations that she's suing him for is a total different thing. But more than likely, if it goes her way, he's going to have to split that, whatever, 4.5 into half. 4.5 is what, about 5 million is split. So if it's split, then it has to be split again. Think about it, because the taxes are going to take 40%, and she's going to take half of that. So whatever's left over that he gets, she's taking half. So that 2.5 million, it really ain't 2.5 million no more. Okay, so you know, it's more like $1.7 million. You know what I mean? Lawyers, maybe, you know, $1.5 million. So yeah, I think Andy Ruiz and his father are trying to negotiate a 50-50 deal so they can get more of that split. So if it's 30, that means Deontay is getting close to maybe $11 or $12 million for their, you know, because if you split that up, you know, 30% is 5 million. You know what I mean? We're looking at that amount that he would be, you know, that he would have to split with Deontay. And if Deontay is getting 70 and you just do the math, there you go. So 45 million, though, I think is worth getting into the ring, because 4 million is better than no million. Okay, it's better than zero. And I know Andy's problems, but he shouldn't base his problems on some other prize fighter. You know what I mean? But again, I do think Mauricio started this whole thing anyway, a couple years ago. So he should be in some way responsible for what goes on between these two guys. But you guys tell me what you think of the revealed amount that Andy Ruiz would would receive from Deontay Wilder 4 to 5 million. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.